Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
Well, pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation, and the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. There it is! Reversal! It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But Perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Now with kendo stick in hand, he's become even more dangerous.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Reigns has got to get it together to avoid disaster.
Face first in the turnbuckle.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it. Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent. Back in the ring.
Nasty!
The hardest part of the ring.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
On the apron!
The hardest part of the ring.
You don't aim for the apron unless you're looking to do some serious damage. Beautiful! Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him. A show of disrespect from Reigns.
And he's going to the top.
Back suplex, no. Driven down. Take off. Wow.
Cross body!
And at this point, I think this triple threat is still anyone's to win.
Oklahoma slam! This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image, and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation. Leaving him against the turnbuckle right here.
Oh! Short on clothesline by Punk.
Look out! Rollins looking to bait his opponent into a mistake.
And what's he looking for here?
And some people would say you can never go wrong with a standard steel chair. Great aim on the toss chair.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. With the lariat, Reigns is getting dismantled here.
Punk is determined right now.
Slides under the ropes, back into the ring. Reigns finally finding an answer to that. Rollins goes into the cover. This could do it. Kicking out in time.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Bringing up the pin right there.
He finds an opening.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation.
Fighting out. Hammered away with punches to the face. Seth is down for the count. He breaks up the pin just in time.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
Calf kick finds the mark. Counter. He knew just what to do.
Set up in the corner now. Putting it all on the line here, scaling the ropes.
There it is. Hurricane. What's Roman doing? Looking around under the ring.
Bringing out the kendo stick, and you know it's on now. Able to parry that one.
Whoa, the kendo sticks are flying now.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Roman unable to use his wide arsenal here.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. And that canceled out Reigns off. Oh, strong impact.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Just smashing the face hard there. Just an absolutely stiff blow to the head there.
And he is directed into the corner. Thunderous clothesline.
Getting clubbed by the axe handle.
Goes for the kick, but it is caught. And
What a reversal by Reigns.
What's CM Punk thinking?
Sit out! Pile driver!
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Big time height on that kick.
And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang! Spear! Stop! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people's he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas. Oh, in my book, that is some creep.
This could be it. He could win it all here. Stopping the pin there.
Punk with his eyes on Rollins. Look.
CM Punk.
Uh-oh.
Boom. Fire back.
Look out.
Legs caught. Got him caught. Uh-oh. Dragon screw.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk?
Beautiful. Right into the cover.
2 count. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here
moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again? There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
Crashing down hard. This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game. Michaels telling his opponent to bring it. Crossbody.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Textbook fireman's carry takeover.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like the kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Bringing this back into the ring. Fez press! Fez press!
Good night. Every strike more devastating than the last.
Retaliation from the Hitman. Big impact off the leg drop.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Bang! Crucial counter there.
Put in the corner now. Dragon screw takedown, not finished yet. Expertly applied leg lock. Bret's bent on destroying.
Figure four. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Oh my God, what a crossbody. This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
Haymaker after haymaker. Oh, looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
This is more like a barroom brawl between these two. All this heavy artillery is really adding up.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Oh! Drop kick. Beautiful. And an elbow from the middle rope.
Got him in the corner now. This is Hitman wanting to punish Michaels from pillar to post.
Turns that in his favor. And to speak on the elephant in the room, Yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
The Hitman looking to really get this one going now.
The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring.
And just barely made it back in. Man. Catches the leg. Got him caught. Into a dragon screw. Game changer. Fires back with a crucial elbow. Hitman never saw that coming. Sent into the corner. Sudden cutoff from Bret.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep. Textbook fireman's carry takeover. Good takedown, showing the fundamentals there.
And I'm concerned about all the damage that has been done here.
Yeah, there's only so much your body can take before it gives out completely.
And Bret on the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade. Rolled into a crucifix.
Hart back to the outside now. Tossed back into the ring. Ow! Champs down. This one's for everything. And a kick out at only one.
He may be down, but somehow he's definitely not out at this point. Damaging the midsection.
Crossbody. Disheartening position for HBK.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Man, what timing on that counter. Crucifix.
This match has gone above and beyond anything.
Oh, it's punishment time now. The Hitman turns his opponent, sharpshooter applied.
He's in excruciating pain. The hold locked in tight.
Yet he's still struggling, refusing to give up.
Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Oh, he had that scouted. And Michaels put a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Could be the table turner Shawn desperately needed.
Connecting with the leg drop.
Excellent execution from Hitman. Figure four. Leg lock. The submission hold is in deep, and my God, this just looks torture. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
How much more abuse can they take? Shawn and Bret are each looking to take their pound of flesh from each other. The Hitman now, he's got all the time in the world to lock it in. There it is, sharpshooter.
Solid grip on this hope.
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE
feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the Extreme.
Falls count anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that Extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons. Uh-oh, what a crossbody!
The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism. Swift clothesline out of nowhere.
Fans have long awaited this showdown, as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in determining who would be the better competitor. Tonight, we're getting both men in their prime, and I cannot wait to see the destruction that ensues.
Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as the
And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it. Oh, throwing that hockey stick with brutal accuracy.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, that increased physicality only seems to fuel him even more in a fight.
Yeah, that's the sadistic nature of Cactus Jack in full effect. Cactus knows how to tap into something dangerous, something unpredictable, something that most superstars wouldn't even dare to go anywhere near. But as we all know, CM Punk is just built different. And when Punk has to, he can tap into something dangerous himself.
Watch out.
Oh, man, look at Cactus Jack's face, turning into a mangled mess.
Jack telling his opponent to bring it.
Off the mark.
Uh-oh.
He saw that one coming. CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi,
and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Oh, what a splash!
Oh, he lands hard. And able to evade the offense. Saw that coming and quickly got the knees up. Double leg takedown and trying for a quick pin here.
Turns the tables, shoulders down.
Oh, man, this could really come back to bite him in the end.
Ouch.
Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
Huge miss right there.
Stiff elbow will break that up.
Oh, man!
From the top.
Oh, man, he landed rough there.
Ooh, snaps the leg across the head.
Knees up, had that telegraphed, but can it be capitalized on?
Fireball to the face. He covers. Is this it?
Could be.
He breaks the pin before a 1 count. Got him where he wants him.
Up and
Bam! Falcon arrow!
dangerous intentions on the mind of the madman, Cactus Jack.
Good Lord, what a shot. Someone's got to get control of this thing.
Now using the loading dock to unload some.
Batten down the hatches. These two are unloading. That holds back Cactus Jack's attack. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up. Ooh!
Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury, and this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up. Using all their body weight.
Oh. Ah, back fist to the mush.
Beating down with a shovel, straight pummeling them with it.
Jack just got out of there.
What a display here. Counters on both sides.
One reversal after another. These two are reading each other's minds.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Cactus Jack has nothing but mayhem in mind for his opponent.
Countering that offense. Ugly looking rake to the face creates the separation.
Every maneuver being returned with counterfire.
And he retaliates.
Cracked with a Mongolian chop. Turns the tables with an elbow to the gut.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack.
Cactus on the receiving end.
So hard to defend yourself when you're flat on your back. Repeated knees to the hamstring.
Oh, no, I can't imagine what's going to happen next.
I can't wait to find out.
Just fighting it out on the arena stage. A lot can go wrong up there.
Leg drop.
Sadistic glee taking over Cactus Jack right about now. Punk doesn't seem to know what's coming.
Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of. He's heading back to the ring.
Cactus answers back.
Drops the elbow down hard.
Oh! With authority!
Once again attacking the skull and doing some pretty decent damage in the process. Taking him to the corner now.
Answer after answer for each other's offense.
Punk now just wailing away on his opponent and dragging them up on the turnbuckles. This will not be pretty. As CM Punk goes, the plunge connects. That could put Cactus Jack down for good.
Looking for the pin, but was that enough?
2 count. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to have been feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this and, most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle, but the thing about a sadist like Cactus Jack is that he has no problem soldiering on with the war.
Yeah, CM Punk and Cactus Jack just went through hell here. But we know for a fact that's where Cactus Jack feels most comfortable, win or lose. Punk deserves to celebrate, but he should also watch his back from now on.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop-ass is about to be opened up in that ring.
This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is.
Propel into the table.
Setting up that table, no doubt he has dangerous, painful intentions in mind here.
And he comes in under the ropes now. Huge kick connects. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era. Just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the runaround. When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Austin with a reversal. When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need 1 or 2 moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the Rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss. And he chooses to leave the ring.
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with it. Strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the Rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Anything Austin is trying is being suppressed.
Punk has Austin right where he wants him and is not letting up.
Spin kick to the midsection.
What's it gonna take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
A pinpoint kick to the back. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries. Look at this! Punk's body!
Making that type of athleticism look easy when it is anything but.
Excellent opportunity for Austin to shift the momentum.
Could be what Austin needed to ignite a rally. Oh!
Not so fast. Hurricane. Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
Check out the springboard.
Wow, springboard attack.
Uh-oh.
Austin gets out of the way. Punches to the face.
Down by the DDT. Vicious. Good night. What a stunner. Stealing a page straight from his opponent's playbook there.
He kicks out somehow.
And he is incredulous after the kick out. Almost lost to his own move.
And Punk.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep. Could that keep Austin down?
2.
It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stopped the Texas Rattlesnake.
But Austin did not go quietly. This was a no-holds-barred battle to remember. An iconic throwdown between two unruly troublemakers.
And we loved every second of it. Congratulations to CM Punk.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot
Incoming! Oh, that's it. What a splash.
going back to the top once again.
Wants to finish this.
From the top.
And Punk gets countered there. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Tonight, a clash of epic egos as CM Punk takes on Eddie Guerrero in front of a thunderous Chicago crowd. This is... Oh, what are they going to do here? Oh, the clover leaf! Check out the... He just manages to get to the rope. Submission hold has to be let go. Oh, that can break an arm. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino Heat everything he's got.
There's a fisherman suplex. CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engage.
Look out! Wow! Cross body!
Eddie unprepared here.
Big clothesline. Looks to climb the top rope.
Wants to finish this.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
What power!
Guerrero's falling victim to the onrush right now.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off.
Check out the springboard.
Incredible springboard right there. And he's taking this to the outside now. Cut off with a savage clothesline.
Eddie has to be aware now. This isn't the kid I faced before. This man is my equal, maybe better.
Clothesline.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of...
From the top, diving double axe handle. Ooh, one step ahead there. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again.
Can he do it here? Gets the shoulder up.
Cracks in the armor are appearing now. The match taking some toll.
Ooh, just crashing down. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Ooh! Stinging right to the back.
Kick to the midsection.
Punk avoids the attack.
Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them. Hooked him up.
And a suplex. A non-stop assault from Guerrero here.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of Latino heat. Delivers the suplex.
And here's the cover.
Punk powers out, still going strong.
Kicking out of that one in a jiff.
Not so fast. Hurricane Rana.
Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
Stalking from above.
Take off. Cross body from the top.
This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against Eddie.
And he's going to the outside, which will start a countout. What a clothesline!
What's he being put in? Big clothesline. Tope Atomico.
And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off.
Oh my God, a pile driver.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top.
Here we go.
Landing straight on the knees, not the intended outcome.
Hurricane Rana. Sometimes you just gotta show off and show out. Mongolian chop.
Kick. Bang. Boom, what a kick. Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
Scoop slam sets things up.
As we've seen so often, it's hard to find answers again.
From the top.
Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter. Oh, man.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory.
Look out!
Knees up, got the knees up at the last second. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Calf kick on the money.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back.
The go to sleep, GTS from Punk.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Top rope.
With the elbow drop.
Punk put everything he had behind that one, and Eddie's in a bad, bad way now. Two men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet.
Tope Atomico. And CM Punk is in control.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here. Uh-oh.
And he finds so nimble, crucifix pin attempted.
He breaks the ref's count after 1.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this?
Man.
Oh, driven down face first with that massive flapjack. Managing to evade a precarious position there.
Sharp chop. Fired with a straight shot there. Answering back. Ooh.
And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. Such an underhanded tactic there.
Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag. We're on the top.
Got the knees up just in time.
Struck with a calf kick.
Just remember that attacks to the head like that can build up quickly.
With a high frog splash.
Back and forth. This has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit or sheer stubbornness. Either way, everyone in the WWE Universe is hanging
Eddie into the pin.
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner, Eddie.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago. They are feeling the heat.
Indeed, the ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This
over the pin early. And an easy kick out.
And he had no real trouble getting his shoulder up there.
No signs of either combatant backing down.
Strong counter from Punk. Neither competitor is backing down.
Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first? Big time fisherman suplex.
Look at this.
Oh no, went big and pays for it.
Talk about a jumping nothing. A real miscalculation on their part.
Goes without saying, but a leg injury will hamper your ability to do just about anything.
And somehow this fight has found its way right into our laps.
Oh, that's gonna sting your back.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched. I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fast from the top. Misses big time. Oh, that'll rattle you.
A chance to win it here. Raises the shoulder before the 1 count.
Still showing some signs of life here.
Stuck in the corner, nowhere to go. Just eating right hands.
Wow, the chops.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
And Eddie pays for leaving an opening.
Hooked up. Targeting the arm to great effect.
This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against Eddie.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
From way up, double axe handle connects.
What's this? He's going back up again. Stalking from above. Incoming.
Wow, cross body.
Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Down with the suplex.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off. Springboard misses the target.
Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count. Check out the springboard.
Stone cold with a clothesline. He's faltering, slowly getting up. Flying in like a missile.
Guerrero's falling victim to the onrush right now.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here. Boom! I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the
Oh, what a response. Oh, this is going to be fun. Eddie tying him up. The lasso from El Paso.
CM Punk on the verge of submitting. This is looking to reverse the pressure and escape.
Running Hurricane Rana. Going for the pin for the win. Digging deep for a kick out.
That had to take all the energy he's got at this point.
This is making me nervous.
Oh, on the apron. Oh, he saw it coming. And he gets set back into the ring. Ascending to the top rope.
From the top.
Diving double axe handle. And are you kidding me? He's going up again? Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? A back suplex right onto the apron.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhand.
Soaring. Gets the knees up. Incredible wherewithal.
Running Hurricane Rana.
On a well-placed calf kick there.
And guys, Eddie's going to need to dig deep into his playbook if he wants to come back against Punk now.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. And another climb. He's making a statement here.
Lift off.
Thunderous splash connects.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
CM Punk looking.
Fends off the attack with an elbow.
Getting muscled up for a vertical suplex. Oh, nimbly landing behind and taking out the knee.
Big time height on that kick.
That one busted up Eddie.
Two men giving everything they have. Their legacies. Look at the height.
Frog splash. Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? On the apron. The hardest part of the ring. And CM Punk is in control.
Guerrero needs to better assess the situation to turn this around.
And now he's going to the top rope.
Sky high.
Splash. Knee drop. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an Anaconda Vice.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Trying for that scoop slam, but drop behind, and now inverted DDT.
Arm wringer.
But pops their way out with a punch.
Lifted and completely helpless here. Oh, God, face first.
Back and forth. This has been an absolute...
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
GTS connects. Will that sew this up for Punk?
Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.